evening, everyone. It's good to know you are there. You're welcome to the program at the moment. I have with me today two guests, Dr. Mrs. Oyeleke and our engineer, Mr. Akinduko. You're welcome. Today we'll be discussing on two topics, one to the family and one for students. So let me start with Dr. Mrs. Ma. We know that students, some are at the verge of starting the exams, some were preparing for lectures, some just resumed, some at the middle of the semester before the outbreak of this ravaging pandemic. And since then, school has been on lockdown. And we see all around what students have been doing. What would you advise Nigerian students in a time like this? What should they do with their time?
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. The situation in the country and in the world at large has been such that everyone had to stay at home. And for us that are students, because there is time for everything according to what the Bible says, there is to everything underneath the earth, there is time. And so this time that we are in, when the pandemic had taken over the whole place now, it calls for caution and it calls for the fact that we have to make the maximum use of the time. The Bible says, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. And so our time as youth, we have to make sure that we make the best use of the time. The scripture that says redeeming the time, another translation says, make the best use of every opportunity. And so the opportunity of staying at home now calls for the fact that we should not just while away the time on social media. We should not just, sleep and wake up while allowing time to pass. We should engage in activities that will benefit our lives. And such that one of it is the fact that we know that for some other students, they were about starting exams, with the exception of the university students that the strike called the COVID-19 caught up with strike. But for those of us that are in the polytechnics, in the colleges of education, we are supposed to make the best use of the time and read. That is one thing that we should do. Because you never can tell, by the time you get back to school, it might be we are starting exams, or because everything had to be compressed. The session is, maybe it's supposed to be 15 weeks prior to this time. And because of all that happened, then the management of the school will try as much as possible to bring the session, to compress it as much as possible. And so anybody that is not reading now and just while they wait time, we find out that exam catch up with you, and one is not yet prepared. That is number one. Another thing is that one should also engage in things that can add value to one's life. The most important one is the fact that we have limited time for us to be able to, to build ourselves up spiritually. The Bible says that remember your Creator in the days of your youth, when the evil day had not come. And so this is the best time for us to load ourselves as students, for us to equip ourselves spiritually, dwell on the Word of God, read the Bible, meditate on the Bible, so that when the days coming, not just during exams, even after exams, by the time we started working, with the amount of the Word of God we have in us, will put us through all those days, all those times, and we'll be able to stand. The Bible says, having done all, to stand. So by the time we have started working, we know that the Word of God, we are loaded with the Word of God. The Bible says you should be filled with this, let the Word of God dwell richly in you. So when the Word of God dwells in us, then we will know that then we'll be able to face any circumstance that will come our way in the future. Another thing we can do is the fact that we can also get to learn something, or improve. I said we should add value to our life. We should find out what we can put our hands on, which is not all about academics. We can, learn, for those of us that are ladies, We can learn sewing. Even guys too can learn sewing. We can learn, for those of us that are not used to computer, whether either software or hardware, we can learn it and get to add values to our lives. That will go a long way in helping us. You can never tell irrespective of the profession or the course that you are doing, the fact that computer had taken over everything about the whole world now is about computer. And so whether you are into Aki, you use Aki card. Whether you are in building, you use one software or the other in order to improve and to work on your discipline or your profession. So that is another thing that we can do. And also, we can also get to, for those of us that are in the higher institution, we can get our young ones to, teach. Those that, we teach them. Those that want to sit for SSC or GCE, we can gather together, teach them. You never can know the extent to which this is going to impact their lives. They will not forget that you have done, because some of them don't even know what to do. And since we have passed through this type of, exam, we'll be able to encourage them, we'll be able to teach them and guide them into how the various things they should do or what is expected of them during the exam. So, invariably, we will have been able to add values to their own lives through that. So, these and many other things can be done to make the best use of our time. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, ma'am. That's a good advice to all students from Zion Baptist Church and across Nigeria. Daddy, we see that this ravaging pandemic had caused people to stay at home. Families are united together, their children, every other persons. And, we have busy husbands, busy wives before, but now everybody are together. And we see that the rate of domestic violence is on the rise. So, as an elderly person, how can you explain how can family be united together in a time like this? How can they make good use of their time, at least to unite themselves together?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. We appreciate God for a time like this. This time has taught us many things which we as Christians must imbibe to actually ensure that we grow physically and spiritually. I read to you from 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 4. It says, he must manage his own family well and see that his children obey him with proper respect. At a time like this is the time for us to manage our family very well. How do we do this? The first thing is to actually know that we are serving a living God, and to see that all our programs are targeting towards serving God. We thank God for this church. On the Sunday when we have our Sunday service, the programs, the items are very among family members. We come to realize that somebody who able to think that can sing at all is singing well, is doing well. One will take Bible study, the other take Sunday school. All these things are geared towards we develop spiritually as a child of God at a time like this. And it's also a time when we should even come together to pray together as a family. A family that prays together will stay together. These are the things we should learn at this time. And these are the things as a Christian we should do at this time. And not only that, it's a time also we should come together to study the word. To study the word. It is those that study the word that can know more of God. And it is those that know more of God that can develop. So what I'm saying is that as a family at the time like this, we should come very close to our God, to our Creator. Because whoever thought maybe 5 or 6 months ago that we can be at home, and nobody will be willing. Whoever thought Corona will come out will take many lives. But as at this time is a time to really actually dedicate ourselves to the things of God. And not only that, and this is a time as family to learn how to manage our resources. In any case, Corona has actually taught us how to learn how to manage our resources. Whoever thought that I don't have money in the bank, I will never be able to access that money. Yes, this is where we find ourselves. And it's a time also to actually teach the children what to do with their time. Not only with their time, to do what to do with their future. It's a time to actually see them and teach them many things. Corona will go, But before Corona, many things have come. After Corona, lot of things have come. It is the time to come together as a family to learn from all these things. I'm not only that as a family at a time like this. This is the time to actually know that we need to extend hands of fellowship to others. We don't need to concentrate on our family all alone. Hands of fellowship. How do we help other family that are in need? These are the things Christ actually wants us to do. And not only that, we thank God for this period. Some men that always stay late outside, they are now coming home very early by 7 o'clock. These are good lessons that this period has actually taught us. And I encourage some people to continue even after the lockdown as they actually be lifted. And not only that, this is a time where the family should come together to plan for the future of that family. This is the time. How do we get this thing done? How do we get this thing done? Because there is time for it now. It's not a time that can come at any time and if at any time. No, we are being restricted. So that restriction, we should use it as a family to teach ourselves one or two things. And this is a time as a family to actually be thinking of eternity. Those people that have died as a result of Corona, it's not because they are worse sinners than us. It's because we are only opportunity and we are privileged. So we should sit together as a family to begin to think of eternity. After our long and now, what activity are we going to spend our eternity? It's a time we should reflect. And as our moderator actually said, it is true. So family now are in a state of quarreling, fighting. It has to be. Why? Because a family that don't have proper planning before, and this will not just came at the time when there's nothing at home to eat, they will be quarreling, nothing to play around with, they will be quarreling. That is why I now tell us as a family, we should look for something doing. We should look for something to be done. As a husband, look for something able to be done. As a wife, look for something able to be done. Whoever ever thought that the time like this can come. So, all the domestic family will have reduced tremendously if the family is ably employed. Most of these are caused because of lack of money. We want to eat to night at the program, we want to do this, we can't get it at the program. So these are the things that actually led to all this thing. And as a church of God, I want to say to us that we should use the opportunity once again to move close to our God. Because if Corona has not come, out of which untimely death should come at any time. We pray we should not die untimely. But we are able to spend our eternity. We should use this period as a family to reflect deeply on all this. And not only that, it's a time to impart moral training to the children. To teach them this is what you have to do when you grow up. Because this is the time the family members are together. And this is the time we should tell them stories that will actually touch their life, that can make them to grow in the way of the Lord, and they will be useful to them, to themselves, and to the family at large. I appreciate you for this program. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that exposition. The Bible says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. In as much as we fear the Lord, we will not engage ourselves in fights, in domestic violence, and every other thing that is happening in the family. And we know COVID-19 has taught us a series of lessons, either good or bad. But one thing is that after which COVID has gone, we have a new life to live. We have a post-COVID life, as people are saying it. So we should ensure that all we will do will be in part with what the Bible is teaching us. And I pray that the Almighty God will guide us in Jesus' name. Once again, I'd like to thank my guests for coming on today's program. I hope to see you again in our subsequent programs, and I pray that the Lord Almighty will be with you in Jesus' name. So next week again, we'll meet for the moment. Friday is the program time on our social media pages. God bless you in Jesus' name.
Amen.